Back row ministry, the world permit. Mr. Marty coming at you live and direct as usual. Well, my Super Bowl pick was all over the place. I finally came back to my senses, did my gematria native math homework. I always struggle with math, but that's what I was trying to teach, the importance of doing your gematria correctly. Got to do it date for date. You can't skip dates. You can't try to just grab a team and try to create a scenario. Keep your stuff date for date, because if you try to do it one way, you're going to miss important pieces. And when we went back and revisited and did our gematria correctly, we saw that the Rams were going to win that game. It was all, the numbers were for the Rams. And also, like we said, with the 1-5 little scenario with Kansas City, with the way they treat Native Americans, the whole Covington High School piece, the Make America Great Again hats, Donald Trump, his relationship with the owner of the New England Patriots, who is Kraft, and you have these Make America Great Agains, aka Pilgrim folk, taunting the Native American, just surrounding the Native American and taunting them, just in his face, taunting them. And we kind of get that same ritual yesterday with Kansas City being taunted. They get a win, they being taunted, and once again, the Native American is sacrificed, which I told you guys would happen because they do not respect anything about Arrowhead Stadium in the NFL. And once again, Andy Reid plays his part as just sacrificial lamb and becomes 1-5 on a day with 15 numerology, which we talked about as well. So you kind of see how these parts form, how these pieces form. You kind of see how things come together in the league. Are they open today? You kind of see how, the league is kind of scripted and how it kind of flows to one particular team. And we saw that yesterday. So big news this morning was the Israelis attacking airfields that belong to Iranians. And the crazy piece of this is they do this on a day of peace, which is Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, which is a day of peace. The Israelis decide to start war. But we knew that the beginning of World War III was coming. And this is the beginnings right here. With Israel attacking the Iranians, it was a scripted design to be done on this day. A mockery to African Americans as usual, a mockery to Dr. Martin Luther King, a man who talked about peace. Now you use that day to start a war. And it's just how, they do the world, and it's especially how they do African Americans and our leaders and what they really feel about our leaders and the messages that they pass. So it's no coincidence today that this would be the day that they picked to begin the forming of World War III. But we knew this was coming. So this is not a time for fear. This is a time for awareness and being alert, preparing yourself mentally for what it feels to go through a world war. For black Muslims in this country, that Covington High School story, if you were really looking at that story, like we say, pay attention to everything they put in the news. The Covington High School story had a lot of implications about black Muslims. They accused black Muslims of starting the situation at the rally. So they're going to be coming after anybody with a Muslim name. This was something that Dr. York put out a long time ago, back in 1992. He was talking about black Muslims in America possibly changing their names back to their slave names in order to protect themselves. I'm not going to those heights. I don't believe in cowardliness, but I do believe in being prepared that we might be targeted during this world war. So, a lot of our families might have Muslim names that aren't Muslim. I don't practice Al-Islam anymore, but still will be a target. And, I tell the elite, I don't really give a damn. You want to take me out, take me out. You can kill Mr. Mahdi, as long as you guys pass the message on that we're trying to deliver. And that message is learning the mathematics and the science of the world, teaching your children the mathematics and science of the world in order for them to disrupt and destroy this system that we are currently in. And that's all it is a system. People have been trying to tell us this for centuries, but we have not listened. So we're here now. We're at World War III. The beginnings are the start is beginning. The chaos has begun, and we just have to put our backs against the wall and come out swinging. Mr. Mahdi, Back Row Ministry, peace and haggery.